Let me then start by giving my own expert comment as far as this issue is concerned, by giving a background from an intellectual stroke policy perspective on what the challenge is to us ahead, and then we'll move to the next and to the next as we go. First, the facts are very clear about what we are talking about. In 2017, Kenya indicated that it wanted to be in the UN Security Council. In 2018, Kenya started off very slowly by mobilizing opinion with the East African community, with IGAD, and with other regional partners. 2019, Kenya launched its campaign for the UN Security Council. Around the same time it was launching, Djibouti had already indicated that it wanted also to go to the Security Council. A very affront, an affront to Kenya's diplomacy on the account that Djibouti was part of the negotiations that took place when we agreed that Rwanda is going to be the Security Council, therefore we withheld our ambitions.
Now, I was just reflecting about our 10-point agenda in the Security Council, and two of them, we have an agenda on peace operations, especially peacekeeping, speaking to peacekeeping, but also humanitarian action. And following up on the information space and the technology space, I think protection of civilians, well, which is, 95% of these operations have protection of civilians mandate. I think this will entail not just protection of the body, but also protection of the minds. I think this is the new space where we're moving, because if Al-Shabaab is on the information or cyber warfare dynamics, then protection also will be something to protect the mind. So I think this is a new dynamic, and most people are referring to information warfare as the fifth dimension of warfare, so I think protection will also need to be revised. And as you're moving in, maybe this is something we can also aggressively pursue, the protection of the body, but also protection of the mind, and linking this to the wider counterterrorism agenda. Thank you.
It's already happening. So it brings to question that pertinent issue about, the new emergence of digital diplomacy. Whatever moniker you want to call it, is digital diplomacy, e-diplomacy, or cyberspace diplomacy. And in light of and having this space at the UN Security Council, as it were, we know how we've also predicated our foreign policy to 5 pillars as it is, and conspicuously missing right now, because I know that was in 2014, digital space had not really been thrust to really be prominent, and conspicuous as it is right now. Is it a time that maybe also we need to retract and try and relook? Because the war as it is not really happened physically, but now the cyberspace, it's a warring faction between Egypt and Ethiopia.
All these conflicts have had too many cooks trying to come and solve. But Kenya is using this opportunity to say, allow us in the Egypt and the Ethiopia crisis over the Nile. And who knows, using the Pan-African approach, we might just be the ones to have the litmus test or the abracadabra approach to it, and we'll see perhaps it will even be quicker, faster, and appreciated, because in quote, homegrown being is from the region, as opposed to when we are stretching to the European Union or to the Americas or to, Vaticans, whoever, but perhaps being next door and clearly seeing what it would mean for agriculture, for the waters to be shared at a brotherly relations approach. So who knows that Kenya coming in as a new player in these peace talks, we may get a chance to show that we are neutral, and we have experience, if anything, to show that, yes, trust us, we know how to mediate, and we can help the two come together.
The media generally, every time there's an Al-Shabaab attack, you hear non-locals. Kenyans who have been attacked in Northeastern, non-locals. At what point does a Kenyan become a non-local in this country? You are attacked in Mandera, and the media writes, non-locals, 4 non-locals were killed. That is the language of our opponents. That is the language of Al-Shabaab. At what, do I become a non-local in Migori? Do I become a non-local in Kiambu? So we have just run away with that. That is an Al-Shabaab phrase, non-local. So when you refer a Kenyan as a non-local in Northeastern, are you really trying to revisit the issue of the irredentism, that this is not part of the council?